Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video we'll be sharing tips on how to revise at home. As some of you may have experienced, revising at home is quite distracting sometimes and it can also be tricky and ineffective. So in this video we'll be sharing tips and examples on how you can revise at home so that revision can be made easier and more effective.
When working at home, doing revision, something like that, the environment that you work in is extremely important. Something like this where everything is dirty, the lights are dim, there's just no space for me to do my work. This is extremely unhealthy and this is not what you're going to be wanting to do for your work. Let me show you the kind of environment you want to be working in. There, much better. As you can see, now I've tidied up the room.
Oh my god! Wow!
My environment is nice. I've got my laptop set up and I've got my monitor set up. Everything is nice and tidy. I've also got my bottle of water here. This is extremely important. Having an environment with nice lighting, nice and tidy, you have water next to you, you can have a snack next to you, you can have a fidget toy next to you, just something to distract you and something to keep you busy. It's always good to stay hydrated while you're working. An environment like this changes a lot when you're working. If you're working in a dirty and just untidy environment, if the lighting is bad, you'll easily get tired, you'll easily get bored, you could get a headache. But with something like this, at least I feel good while working. I feel more productive and I can put way more hours in and do my things with way more effort.
Okay, so moving on from what my friend just told you before about the importance of having a clear environment when studying, our next tip is going to be to make sure that you try to build a study plan at home. Because when you don't have a study plan, you might feel like it's easy to waste time or feel overwhelmed or just want to procrastinate. With a study plan, you're able to look at it, know what you need to do and get to it. And it's just not going to help you in homework, but also when you have a summative deadline and revising, you're able to set yourself small deadlines into knowing you have to revise this chapter or this part of the subject to make sure that you're ready before you get into your test. As a Form 7, it has really helped me. I am currently kneeling during my mocks and I have made myself a clear plan for one of my subjects, and with that I promise you I am confident, I know I'm always on time and I'm always able to complete all my work. So if that was an issue you may have struggled, well, with a study plan you'll be able to fix that issue. Now, let's say you might think, yeah, but if I have a big task, it won't make me want to do that task. Well, it's fine. Try to break that big task into small steps. So example, let's say you have a big English essay to write. Try to separate it and give you a time, a small step where you can tick each time you complete the step. It could be doing my research, finding information, and then gathering information, and then writing my introduction, then my first body. So by just completing each task, you'll feel more confident into moving into your task, and you know you'll be completing it well properly without making sure you don't forget anything. Now, you might think, yeah, but I struggle to stay on my desk to study and everything. And I get it, it's normal, it's human. We can't just sit down and just study for 2-3 hours when we get home. We want to get to do something else, so it's fine. So try to think of a way to plan all of this out. For example, let's say you like to do sport activities. You could be okay, I have to finish this task and then I'll be allowed to do that. That will motivate you into completing that task. Or you could also having your phone and putting a timer on it, a 20-30 minutes timer, and you basically work on what you want to do in those 20-30 minutes. And when those 20-30 minutes are finished, then you can just take 10-15 minute breaks where you go outside, you walk, go eat a small snack, or even just go on social media, turn on your phone, whatever. Or also you could also be using small rewards when you complete a task. For example, you're doing math questions. Every time you finish a question, you just allow yourself to eat a small chocolate or a small chips, a bag of chips or anything like that. Trying to structure it and make you feel like you want to work will really help you in your studies and make sure you complete everything. And trust me, now you may feel because you're in a young class, a young age, studying is not that important for you. But trying to build that habit early on is really going to help you once you get into those bigger class in Form 5 where you have big exams, even Form 6, Form 7 where you have higher deadlines, a lot of summative, finals. Trust me, try to follow those plans, try to include those small tips we give you into your studying session, and trust me, you'll be able to work better with more quality. And that's it. Alright, see you.